Hey guys, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO. Kevin Thompson today put an article up, and when I saw it, I thought, man, I got to follow up on that. It was from the Wall Street Journal. It says, SEC on lookout for web-based pyramid schemes. What caught my attention is back in 2012, I had questioned the legitimacy of a reload program from Zeke Rewards called GoFun Places. Everybody was talking about how it was going to be the next big deal. It was based out of Hong Kong. They had U.S. company that owned part of it, et cetera, et cetera. And I said the compensation plan is illegal. There's no way to fix it. There's no way to clean it up. It would have to be a brand new compensation plan. And I got stoned for that. People thought that was the worst thing. Troy, you just don't like them. Well, the attorney for GoFun Places at the time and the president of the company had contacted me and said, Troy, can you give us some time to fix it? I said, you can't fix it. Now, this was a friend of mine. And very quickly, he called back not too long after that and said, there's no way to fix it. We've told the company that they need to go ahead and shut down in the United States, move back to Hong Kong. And that's what they did. But there was a pending lawsuit going on by a company that purported to own half of it here in the United States. Long story short, the SEC shut them down now and said that the company brought in $129 million. Now here's the sad thing. I've been harping on this now. This is going on 2015 here in just a few weeks. And so for 2012 till now, 2 years, I've been telling people, don't go after the hype. Don't be listening to some of the people out there. And this is what I'm seeing. We're seeing the same people jump from company to company to company where we can see there is issues here. There are red flags. Only a court of law can say you're a pyramid scheme, you're a Ponzi scheme. But the regulators can sure shut you down and they can allege that you are, and there's nothing you can do. Well, we've been able to look at the signs and see some of the signs that take place on this. Matter of fact, Joe Moriano over at the DSA, he's the president over there, has stated that so many of these Ponzi and pyramid schemes now are pretending to be legit by telling you, hey, we've got real products, we've got real services, we've got stuff that's going to make this happen for you. One of the new things that I'm seeing is some of these web-based programs saying, hey, Facebook owes you a lot of money, Google owes you a lot of money, Pinterest owes you a lot of money, come over here, we're going to pay you for engagement. This is all hype and borderline fraud, if you will, because it isn't legit. And when I look at this, it's amazing. Kevin Thompson said something in here, and I thought this was profound because I had a critic today say, Troy, why don't you call XYZ company a scam? I said, well, I can't call them a scam, you know, because I don't know that they're a scam. That's part of the problem, you know. And it's interesting because Kevin says, man, trying to figure out what companies are legit and which ones aren't is kind of like trying to nail Jell-O to a tree. And that's why the regulators look, they see, and they come in. But there's some things that you can look for. What about the compensation plan? The majority of these companies that we see that get shut down have some form of a matrix compensation plan. When you look at the matrix plan over the history of direct selling, there's only one company that ever lasted 10 years with that, and even they've now changed their compensation model. And they were a product-driven business. There's some certain things, guys, that you've got to look for. If a company is focused on telling you, hey, they owe you something, we've got something that's the greatest, next wonderful, powerful thing out there, probably is not legit, okay? You can tell, use your gut. Don't just listen to what people are telling you. You know when something's legit or not. This is interesting. Regulators say the industry is being exploited by web-savvy con artists who are in fact running pyramid schemes, a fraud where the new money comes mostly from attracting new recruits rather than legitimate product sales. I've seen companies literally say that. Hey man, it's XYZ dollars for every new recruit. That isn't what you're looking for. You don't want somebody that's going to be doing some kind of pre-launch or some other fancy name for it and be telling you, hey man, get in now, pay your money, we don't have a product or anything yet, but watch out, because this is what the regulators are looking for. This is what the SEC wants. But here's something else that I know, and I'm going to let this shut down. The SEC, all the regulators, are looking for an opportunity now to create a criminal RICO case. They have seen so many of these pyramid schemes now where the same people are involved. I'm not going to name names here, but there are some people that have large followings that have been in AdSurf Daily, Zeke Rewards, Telex Free, all these other companies, now GoFun Places. Some of them have left the United States and moved into countries like Belize or Costa Rica where we don't have extradition treaties, so that they can stay there, take their money while you live in the United States and continue to get screwed by these people. So I'm going to put this article up, but be cautious. If it looks too good to be true, then it's probably too good to be true. And if it's an internet-based company, then you better do a lot of deep details to make sure this thing's gonna work. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and if you're in a home-based business, act like it.